Okay guys, a couple quick notes on this 2022 Beta Cross Trainer 300. I was riding in Tennessee and my clutch stopped working or started fading out. Wasn't sure what was going on, so it wasn't disengaging very well. It always been difficult to get into first when you're like standing still when it's running. Pops right in when it's not running, but obviously something might have been dragging longer than I thought. But anyway, I opened my clutch reservoir out in the trailhead. I was in Tennessee at the TKO trails, and my reservoir was like virtually bone dry, and I was shocked because I had just started gradually noticing a difference. Anyway, this reservoir has got this really deep dish rubber gasket which forces a lot of the fluid out, so it doesn't carry a lot of fluid. It looks like a little baby in-ground, fiberglass swimming pool that, and you shove it in there and it shoves all the fluid out and only leaves like a quarter of an inch in there to work with. So it's kind of odd why it runs with so little fluid. Maybe, I don't know. So I called my favorite dealer, which is Hall Cycle. You guys ever work with Hall Cycle up north there? Jeff at Hall Cycle, he's great. I bought one bike from him. I did not buy this bike from him, but he's always super helpful. Anyway, he said, yeah, you need like a rebuild kit. So there's 4 components in here. I'll show them to you. I think the main problem is this thing, maybe this kind of plunger seal with the bearing thing in the middle of it, and then standard gaskets, and then one more gasket for the outer cover. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'll let you know how it works out. I did bleed out the clutch that day and added a bunch of fluid, and it came, it started working normal and it got me through the rest of the riding trip. But I did not want to die on one of those hairy trails that I was on. Chunky, rocky, nasty stuff that pushing it out of there could have been probably impossible. Anyway, so I'll let you know how this goes in part 2. I'll be right back with you in a little bit. Like I said, I'm just going to pull this off, throw the new seals, clean it up, throw the new seals in, and re-bleed it. Talk to you in a minute. Okay guys, picking up where we left off. Okay, there are some tricks here. Okay, tech tips. This little plunger was jammed down in there. It's got this spring behind it, but mine just would not come up. So I think the recommendation would be to leave it completely hooked up, only taking out the 3 bolts so that she just comes away from the bike. In other words, leaving the high pressure line hooked up, this line right here hooked up, and driving it out with your clutch pressure. Pull the lever and blow this plunger out, because that sucker was jammed in there. She's not moving freely in that space. I think if you look at 3C's video, which I did ahead of time, I kind of pushed through it quickly, but I did not see him address this issue. You can kind of see the chafing of the aluminum cylinder in there, as though this thing's been traveling kind of poorly in there. So I probably should have just got the whole assembly in one piece, which I think is what he did, because I was wondering why he didn't have these little replacement parts. But I tried to pry it out, and I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought that was the pry lip. You can see my little marks. It's not. This little plunger is down inside this thing. That lip is just where the seal sits. I think it's really more of a dirt cover. It's not trying to make a seal. The tiny O-rings were replaced. Remember I showed you the 4 O-rings. 1, 2, the larger one, the plunger, and then the gasket. So the 1 O-ring is on this lip. You got to pull that out. Well, actually I don't, right? Because, yeah, I do. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do have to install an O-ring on here, I think, before I put this thing together. This is the new plunger. Yes, I have to put an O-ring on that, I believe. Yeah, so that small O-ring goes on the plunger, which seems like it should have came with it. And then the larger O-ring is down in this little seal. See it in the lip there? You can just see it in the light. It's down around there. So I'll pull that out and go from there. But I tried to, I actually forced it out with compressed air. I stuck my rubber compressed air tip in there and it popped out finally. But I tried that the first time and it didn't move. I didn't have a lot of pressure. I didn't want to blow a hole in my hand. But I was at 60 pounds maybe. I mean, I'm sure more pressure would have popped it out quickly, but it's definitely binding. So I'm a little concerned that this thing is too beat up to be a good clutch any further. I'm going to clean this really well. I might even use a real tiny amount of like metal aluminum polish to clean that wall better, and then clean the heck out of it with WD-40 and rubbing alcohol so there's no abrasiveness in there, and just see if I can get a smoother wall. Go from there. But anyway, that's the tech tips there for you. I would probably leave it assembled with the high pressure line and force it out with that clutch pressure. Pulling your clutch should blow the plunger out. Maybe yours will just slide out. Maybe yours isn't binding against that wall. But mine was filthy. There was a ton of dirt in there. I don't really even know how the dirt gets in there. It seems like a sealed system. But anyway, I think I would recommend getting this whole assembly, because why screw around? Just get a whole new clutch cylinder here and move on. Well, I hope that helps. That's all the tech tips I got. I'm putting that plunger back in with 2 new O-rings and the green gasket on the outside. All new fluid, but first obviously I'll clean the devil out of this thing and go from there. There's my banjo bolt and the 2 copper gaskets. Okay, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Kind of concludes it. I don't think there's anything else to wonder about. Talk to you guys later. Appreciate any likes and subscribes.